David Beckham's son's going to be making us pasta today. Oh, this will be interesting. Let's see what Uncle Roger thinks about it. Now, let's get started.
Brooklyn Beckham, David Beckham's son. He's the second most famous Nepo baby, right behind Jesus Christ. This guy is model, photographer, socialite. But what is socialite?
Someone with more of a life than most of us?
A person who is well known, fond of social activity and entertainment. Huh. So socialite just rich people version of unemployed?
Hi Vogue, it's Brooklyn, and today I'm going to be cooking.
Holy shit! Look at that kitchen. That is a beautiful kitchen. I guarantee you what we're seeing right there costs well over 100 grand, and I'm not talking about the equipment.
And today I'm going to be cooking for my fiance Nicola. I'm going to be making a pasta dish in this giant cheese wheel. It's actually the first time I'll be opening the cheese wheel, so hopefully it goes to plan. I'm going to try and impress.
First time opening cheese wheel and you filming for Vogue. This nephew got ball, Uncle Roger like.
Didn't Uncle Roger's wedding get filmed by Vogue as well? I think so. I was this close to crashing that wedding.
You know, try and do something cute and romantic. Let's get into it.
Cheese wheel pasta
dish.
Okay, so we're going Italian tonight. Interesting. Let's see how this turns out.
And the first thing you have to do is...
Yo, the cheese wheel look good.
Okay, isn't it?
Uncle Roger wonder how much is it? That $970 for lunch? How rich is this nephew?
Almost a grand for Grana Padano. That's expensive. I mean, well, over here is probably a little cheaper because we don't have to pay importation tax like back in the US. The thing is though, in a kitchen, it's worth paying $1,000 for this because you'll get your money's worth out of it. It's not just for show. You can break it up into smaller pieces and then reuse that cheese for other things. Whereas for just someone making a video, the ROI on that's not very good.
I started cooking through...
This guy too much money.
That I did every day.
This guy's so rich. Look at his place. Marble everywhere. It's like cooking in Uncle Joshua's kitchen. It's gonna
It's not on my countertop.
You know the funny thing, when I was over in Greece, the local tour guide, it was a free tour, walking around the city for about 4 hours, he was telling the group that wood is actually more expensive than marble because he said as soon as you enter his bathroom, it's beautiful. Everything is marble. For us, it's a little strange, you know, because I mean, at least in the Northwest where I grew up, wood's everywhere. I mean, it's the evergreen forest.
So now I'm gonna use a cheese wedge.
Cheese wedge, correct tool to open cheese.
Getting the sweat on. Almost there. Hopefully this goes to plan. I'm almost around the whole thing. It's a bit harder than I expected.
This is the hardest he ever worked.
You would think that it's not that difficult to open one of these. If it's your first time doing it, it can be very difficult. It's a good idea too to use like a chef's cloth or a towel just so you don't damage your hands with trying to push the wedges in.
I'm like properly sweating. Can you see it on camera? I'm like dripping. It's hot in here now. The video.
Your dad can play football 90 minutes and then still give interview afterward. Nephew Brooklyn, open one cheese wheel and need to take break.
It's so close.
You know, I'd like to see Uncle Roger open one of these cheese wheels to see how easy it is.
Do you see it opening?
Yo, nephew Brooklyn did it. Nice. Opening cheese wheel not easy, but result super satisfying. The cheese smell just hit your face. Fuyo. But nephew Brooklyn, opening cheese wheel, you just need 2 or 3 cheese wedge. Cheese wedge is rich people thing, you know? Poor people like you and me, we got 0 cheese wedge at home. But nephew Brooklyn got like 27. Hiya, we know you rich, nephew Brooklyn. Don't need to show off how many cheese wedge you have.
It went well.
You know, thinking about it, I have a hell of a lot of knives, I have a lot of kitchen equipment, and I don't have one cheese wedge. Not one. In the end, if you don't have a cheese wedge, you know what you can do? Use some cheaper knives that you don't really care about. You can use that in a pinch, and get some other wedges that you have. I don't know, find a toolkit. I'm not joking.
The second step is I'm gonna make a well, like a little dip.
Make well, correct? Little hole in middle, that where pasta go in.
I love cheese. It's like butter.
Cheese got natural MSG in there. It's the main way white people get to taste MSG in their daily life. That's why Uncle Roger feel bad for lactose allergy people. Because cheese is most delicious thing that can also make you shit yourself.
This is a true thing though. I mean, I am very thankful that I don't have any lactose issues because I don't think I could honestly live without cheese. Cheese is actually addictive. And there are so many different types of cheeses as well. Some have more lactose in them than others, but overall, if you want to be eating like some nice buffalo mozzarella, it's better that you don't have any lactose issues.
So I'm just about finished with the well in the middle. I'm going to set the wheel aside and I'm going to start on my pasta. I use
he making fresh pasta himself? Uncle Roger can say nephew Brooklyn already better chef than Jamie Oliver. He make pasta from scratch. Jamie Oliver make egg fried rice. He used packet rice.
Oh, finally, Uncle Roger admitted it. Jamie used packet rice. The thing is though, if you're going to be making your own pasta at home, one, fresh pasta is wonderful. I prefer fresh pasta to dried. But if you're going to make it, make a batch of it and freeze the rest. That way, when you want some fresh pasta, you're not going to be making it like 2 or 3 times a week. You can make a whole bunch of it, stick it in the freezer after you process it. And then if you want some tagliatelle or if you want some linguine or if you want some angel hair pasta, you can just open up the freezer, take it out, drop it in the hot water. 2 minutes, 3 minutes later, it's done. You have dinner. Fantastic.
My mum cooks a lot more than my dad. Sorry, the opposite. My dad cooks a lot more than my mum. My mum just likes to eat.
David Beckham like to cook food? Uncle Roger thought all he liked to cook is his books.
Is it your dad or your mom that likes to cook? No, it's his mom that likes to make jokes. That's it.
I'd like to start by... Oh, I have to raise it. That doesn't happen often. Oh my God, I didn't even mean that. I'm so sorry, Brooklyn. I'm so sorry. They told me to be funny, but that was completely off the cuff.
Right, so I'm just going to make this into a nice ball, put it in the fridge for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Fridge correct?
Mm-hmm. It's been resting for about half an hour, and now...
Now he's gonna use that pasta machine, see?
Smells so good. I'm just...
What?
Smells so good.
Smell good? It's just flour and egg, little nephew.
This...
The stick.
We are putting it through
Rolling pin
the
good.
pasta
Make
wheel,
it flat enough
just
to
to
go
help
through
it,
pasta
we are
machine.
rolling it out a bit thinner.
The rolling pin is technically a multi-purpose tool. You can use it for anything, especially if you need to flatten things.
I love this pasta maker. I've had it.
Oh, Uncle Roger surprised his pasta maker is machine. I thought it gonna be Brooklyn's Italian servant or something, who he lock in basement. Just make pasta for him every day, like the Italian version of Parasite.
A while. With pasta makers, you're not supposed to wash it. Never wash it, because once you wash it, it's really messed up.
Yes, he correct. Pasta makers don't use water to wash it.
Because once you wash it, it's really messed up.
What are both of them talking about? You have to clean the equipment. If you're in a high service kitchen, obviously you're not going to clean it every single time you use it. But there is a point when you need to clean the machine, otherwise flour will get into the gears and it will fuck the machine up. Also, if anyone does get sick because of cross-contamination, this is a big no-no. I thought Vincenzo helped Uncle Roger with this video. Maybe this was the point that Uncle Roger improvised.
But why he phrased it so weird? Like, what really messed up? Just say rust, nephew Brooklyn. It just rust. You know, I think nephew Brooklyn actually so rich, he don't know what rust is. When he see his front door doorknob get little bit of rust, he just buy a new house. Look decent.
So I got all my tagliatelle.
Maybe a bit too long, but okay.
Yeah, you can say that it's a bit too long. Holy cow, I mean, if you really want to mess with someone, then you can make your pasta as long as you want, you know, it's just harder to eat. I mean, it's bad enough when you're eating a red sauce pasta and it starts flicking on you. I'm sure that many of you have had this experience where you're wearing either white or light colored clothes and you're eating some pasta with tomato sauce and then all of a sudden, splatter, yeah, it happens.
So now I'm going to start making the sauce for my pasta. I'm going to keep it really simple.
Why display like this? Who making this cooking video? Wes Anderson, is it? You need to give your pasta maker a raise, nephew Brooklyn. He arranged it too nice.
So you start off with a cast iron skillet. The best pan that you can get. You need to let it heat up before you put your oil.
Nobody use cast iron skillet for pasta because sometimes pasta you need to toss. How to toss cast iron skillet? How? Seeing rich people cook very fascinating. They just assume it's gonna be steak. That's why they use cast iron skillet for everything.
You can use whatever pan you really need in reality. But if you want to make your life easier, you need like a saucepan. You need a pan that doesn't have like more of a square bottom to it, where it's more of a rounded bottom. That way you can toss. Problem with using a cast iron skillet is that one, the pasta can stick to it when you put it in, and two, since they're very heavy, it's not the ideal pan to use to toss.
Now once your oil's all heated up, you put some garlic.
Okay, garlic go in.
Let that cook. The reason why I love fresh pasta is because it only takes between 2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes, correct?
Holy cow, I didn't think that it was that long. It looks more like he left the pasta to be around 3 feet long.
Add in the white wine.
Okay. People put alcohol and then light on fire to melt cheese. Okay, good, good. But nephew Brooklyn, remember, your fresh pasta only take 2 to 3 minutes to cook. You should have done this step earlier, before pasta go in water.
We're going to start moving it all around the sides to get ready to drop our pasta in. The heat from the pasta and the bit of the pasta water will also help melt the cheese.
Correct, correct.
I'm going to put this garlic.
Garlic go in, good. But faster, faster.
So good.
The heat from pasta need to melt the cheese, so you need to go fast before the pasta get cold. Stir, 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 scoop, scoop, scoop. It's just taking too long.
This is like watching a slow train wreck. You know, normally when you have a cheese wheel in front of you, and I've cooked with these for banquets, you have a big cheese wheel, a couple in front of you, and you have risotto going, you have pasta in one, and it's go, 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 go. Literally in and out. Once you start to lose that heat, you start to lose the ability to melt the cheese. Unless, of course, he's just going to be serving it like this.
Smells so good. The garlic, the cooked garlic.
Remember, nephew Brooklyn already impressed by smell of flour and egg. I think the smell of garlic just made him come.
So good. So I think it's missing a bit of salt and a
No,
bit
salt wrong. Cheese already salty. Don't need salt.
of...
All right, now fair point. He is using Grana Padano. He's not using Parmigiano Reggiano. He's not using a saltier cheese. So Grana Padano is good, but it's not as salty as Parmigiano. But still, you wouldn't need to add salt to this if you already salted the pasta water and you put it in the cheese wheel.
cream.
Cream wrong also. You're using expensive $1,000 cheese wheel. Don't ruin it with this cheap grocery store cream. And by the way, cheese wheel pasta, it's more like trendy Instagram tourist thing. Real Italian people don't eat like this. And to be honest, this cheese wheel pasta, it look fancy. But it just rich people mac and cheese.
The thing is though, the reason why he's adding cream to it is a bit of a hack. If he added more pasta water to this and he started to melt that cheese, this would be super, super gooey and it would stick to the pasta.
Twisting it and turning it, I'm also scraping a bit more cheese off as I go. I'm also going to add a tiny bit of butter.
Butter, okay,
What?
but that should have been first thing that go in because now your pasta not hot enough now to melt your butter. So now you're just eating pasta and there's suddenly cold lump of butter. Nobody want that.
Why are we adding butter to this if we already cooked the garlic in olive oil? So he added olive oil to this, he added cream to this, and now he added butter to this plus the cheese wheel with the cheese. You don't need the butter. Where the hell did he get this recipe from?
That is a tiny bit, isn't it? And I think the only thing it's missing now is a bit of parsley.
No, I mean, parsley okay, but add it to pasta. After you take pasta out of cheese wheel, you add parsley like this, how are you gonna clean the parsley out of the wheel? But I guess he Brooklyn Beckham. He's so rich, he can use cheese wheel one time.
Good.
Okay, plating, let's see.
This is why he added the cream, to make it look a little better.
Wait, what? Why the pasta looks so dry? It didn't look this dry earlier. I think this is a different dish of pasta they replaced. Why? Your pasta got butter, got cream, got cheese. How it look drier than my ex-wife? Look at this. Look how good this pasta looks. So much cheese coating it. Delicious.
Roger's always going on about his ex. He got married, everyone, yeah?
I think she's going to be impressed. I think she's going to be impressed when she sees the big cheese. Hopefully she likes it.
It's so cute. I have no idea what Brooklyn cooked for me. He just told me to meet him here, and I'm really excited to see what he made.
And now we're going to make our broccolini.
Wait,
Add
what?
a little bit of oil to
What?
skillet.
Your fiance waiting for you outside and your pasta gonna get cold and now you make vegetable. Why? Pasta should be last thing you make, then you serve it instantly. Because cold cheesy pasta, it's terrible. It just feel like Play-Doh now.
I'm gonna add all of this.
Brooklyn has some nice Japanese knives there. Normally what you do is you blanch the veggies first, you cook the pasta last because this is time sensitive. You have to cook it à la minute because once it gets cold, it's disgusting. And you can reheat or flash the vegetables at the last minute. So everything is hot when it comes to the table. It's not like you're waiting on the bloody veggies to cook after the pasta's already served. It's backwards.
We don't need to watch broccolini. Vegetable tastes like sap. Fast forward.
Broccoli. Bit of fast food. Growing up in England, there's not much eating healthy. There's always fish and chips, bangers and mash. You know,
Nephew
really
Brooklyn,
food, but
eating
great
fish
food.
and chip and
But I think
banger and
right
mash?
now
I think you're too rich for that. Hi, Uncle Roger, don't believe you.
Yeah, I know, I have the same feeling. I mean, keep in mind, he grew up where his dad literally had to play in other countries consistently. I'm sure that he got the ability to taste other cuisines and not just eat British food all the time.
Before we start eating dinner, I'm just going to quickly make some pecan pies.
What pecan pie, some
already.
more? Your fiance and pasta getting cold waiting for you. Nobody want cold pasta. And definitely nobody want frigid woman.
I'm going to go and bring the pasta out to my fiance, see what she thinks.
Oh, finally.
That looks amazing.
I am really nervous.
What?
I'm really nervous. I made it all from scratch.
Wait, what?
Oh, he cut the pasta. That's a sin in Italy. Should have been a warning at the beginning of this video. The pasta was hurt. The thing is though, if he's nervous, why didn't he taste the pasta? I thought he did taste it as he was cooking. So that way it's not a surprise.
What? Niece and nephew, did you just see that? Why he eat pasta like this? Why are you using fork to slice pasta? Is this how rich people eat? They just slice shit up? Because they think everything is steak?
I'm really nervous. I made it all from scratch.
Big grown man like you don't know how to use fork? Hiya. Uncle Roger hope one day nephew Brooklyn make Asian dish. Because if you can't use fork, I wonder how you're gonna use chopstick.
Now look at that. We haven't even finished the first video and Uncle Roger's already thinking about the second one.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Really good?
Mm-hmm.
That's the most convincing, really good. Let's hear it again.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Niece and nephew, you ever eat something delicious and then go, oh my god, it really good?
Oh my god. That's really good.
There's no excitement, there's no joy on her face. Go look at any Uncle Roger video where I eating good food. There's so much happiness, oil dripping down my face. Uncle Roger can't stop eating. I never go, oh my god, it really good.
But this is the thing, is that sometimes people are not very interested in having quality. They want quantity. So instead of having something that tastes super delicious, they would rather have a mound full of food and they just wolf it down.
Really good.
Mm-hmm. That is
Try the
really
broccolini.
good. No, Brooklyn, that is really, really good. Wow.
Promise?
Wait, I want to see this cheese ball.
It weighs 90 pounds.
What?
Bring the
Is that
cheese
after or is
wheel
that a
out, nephew Brooklyn. Show it off. That's the whole reason people eat cheese wheel, to impress ladies. Overall, Uncle Roger think nephew Brooklyn do okay. Next time, salt your pasta water. Don't use cream and make your pasta less dry.
I would also recommend cutting the pasta before you actually cook it so it's a proper length. I mean, it doesn't need to be small, but then again, you don't need like a 3-foot strand of pasta. You need to heat the cheese wheel up a little more so it melts, and maybe use Parmigiano Reggiano instead of Grana Padano next time so you don't need to add salt. And if you're going to be making veggies and pie, make that before you actually cook the pasta.
Shout out to Vincenzo Plate for helping Uncle Roger with this video. Niece and nephew, go subscribe him.
Dad in England, he always had them in his wine cellar, so I've always been really curious of how to open one.
He curious about opening cheese wheel. Uncle Roger curious about a lot of shit. I don't ask Vogue to film me experiencing it.
My dad cooks a lot more than my mum. My mum just likes to eat.
Victoria Beckham like eating. Uncle Roger find that hard to believe. That like saying The Rock like reading. That like saying The Rock like reading. The Rock like read. The Rock like reading. The Rock.
In any case, guys, let us know down below how you think Beckham did. And would you actually buy a cheese wheel and do this?